Thank you. Good morning to all, and thank you for your attending. Today, I would like to present a new technology developed from ReIchhold regarding resin, gel coat, and also at the end of the new technology still with regarding resin, but cobalt-free resin, so curing with cobalt-free. But we will see at the end of this presentation. First of all, this new technology called ADVALITE technology. So you have basically two systems to avoid the utilization of styrene in the resin. Use styrene replacement like acrylate or the alternative monomer, or you can use ADVALITE system that is a completely styrene and monomer free resin. So in this case we develop a hot prepreg system and liquid system. As you can see, we have different kind of resin for lamination, standard resin for lamination, resin for lamination with high HDT, resin for difficult part, difficult lamination, and also resin for infusion. Mechanical properties of ADVALITE resin are really good, close to isophthalic properties, isophthalic resin properties. And as you can see, after just one day without post-curing, you can get good HDT, good residual enthalpy, and good TG. And after 3 weeks with only 24 hours at 60 degrees, you achieve 100% of resin properties. So it means that you have a good elongation, similar to vinyl ester resin. Residual enthalpy is close to 0, and HDT is close to 80 degrees. So performance of the resin are guaranteed also without post-curing and in a really short time. And also, as you can see in this table, the good properties of the resin are you can get just after the day after production, and these resins are really low exotherm peak, so this allowed high thickness laminating once without give any problem regarding partners or other defect. Regarding ADVALITE for infusion, we developed this VH1207. It's a really good resin with good floating, good gel time that you can adjust and manage only changing the catalyst. So in case you want 1 hour of gel time, you can use catalyst like Trigonox 239 to have an example. Or if you want a speed infusion, if you have to infuse a small piece, you can just change the catalyst and use something like Butanox LPT. Also in this case you have a really good reactivity, fast curing, and exotherm peak is every time really low. Sorry. In this graph, you can see the really good benefit using ADVALITE product, ADVALITE resin. As you can see, green line is the standard vinyl ester resin, the emission, styrene emission of standard vinyl ester resin. Blue line is styrene emission of low styrene emission resin. And the red line is styrene emission of ADVALITE resin, that is 0 emission. Sorry, okay. Also, this picture is really good to see together because in this case you can see that our ADVALITE resins are label-free or with really reduced risk phases. There is a comparison between our ADVALITE product compared to a standard polylite resin and a comparison with the epoxy material, epoxy resin and epoxy catalyst. So the benefit also for the work ambient is really high. In the ADVALITE project we develop and we are developing also resin for hot melt process, so preg resin to use with carbon fiber and to make different part with a different process. So, but this kind of product are still under developing, but we are getting a really good result also in this case. Here you can see a benefit of ADVALITE resin compare epoxy resin because you have in this case really good stability at room temperature instead of epoxy resin where you have to put on at low temperature, and you have a really good workability with this kind of resin. Another thing I would like to show you is that with ADVALITE for infusion resin you have really 100% compatibility with the carbon fiber and aramidic fiber. So you can use vinyl ADVALITE infusion resin and also ADVALITE lamination resin also where you are still using epoxy resin. So you can substitute this resin without any problem with benefit of curing at room temperature. Based on the same technology of ADVALITE resin, we developed also Ultimate Gel Coat. It's a gel coat styrene-free and or with really low styrene amount. In this case, you can see you have basically properties of a standard gel coat. So the workability is exactly the same of a standard gel coat. Mechanical properties are really good, similar to an isophthalic gel coat. Good elongation, good HDT, and barcode is really good also after 24 hours. In this case, the only thing is that you have to manage with the temperature, the workshop temperature. So basically you have to work around 20 and 30 degrees, not less and not more, because differently you will have some problem in the curing. But out of this, with Ultimate Gel Coat, you will get really good surface, good gloss, and possibility to paint the gel coat with epoxy paint or other kind of paint without use any kind of primer. In this case, you can see also another good benefit using Ultimate Gel Coat. So applying, for example, 500 microns as wet film, you have less reduction in volume when gel coat is cured. So benefit is that you use less gel coat to get the same final thickness compared to the standard gel coat. Here you can also see the good properties of in time of Ultimate Gel Coat. The red line is our Ultimate Gel Coat, where you can see less color change in time, so good, really good weather stability. And also the gloss retention is really higher compared standard gel coat, because less styrene present in the formulation. Sorry. Okay. So as I told you, you have a really low styrene emission, less than 3% when we are talking about gel coat to apply by brush, by roll, and less than 4% when we are talking about spray grades. And still, this gel coat is available for every kind of application, industrial application, sanitary, and all application where actually gel coat is used. So the other new technology ReIchhold developed is a cobalt-free technology. In this case, we develop Polylite 463070. It's a resin especially developed for Breton system. So in this case, you have a resin that can cure as a standard resin without introduction of cobalt. So you have to use only peroxide, and you get a completely and 100% curing of the resin. Breton tested this resin in his R&D and confirmed that resin is really good. Customer that want to introduce this resin in his system, his Breton system, hasn't to change nothing in the system and nothing in the formulation, because resin is like our standard 463. The good quality, the good quality of this resin is absence of cobalt and possibility to adjust the pot life. So you have a pot life up to 12 hours. So this means that during the production you can manage production time without problem for the resin. Color stability, reactivity, and as I say, pot life benefits, like also mechanical properties that are still the same as 463 standard, and also absence of cracks that in a Breton process, engineered stone process, are really important. Here are, okay. Here you can see mechanical properties. HDT is standard. Elongation is really good, 22%. So it means that when you make engineered stone slides or cube, you haven't problem of cracks or defect when you cut the slides. So thanks for your attending. If you have a question, I'm here for you. If you have other questions in the future, we have on the stand of ProSim. Okay, thank you.